Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Takes from Below. This is Kandarp.
This is Aayushi.
This is Jenny.
Hello guys, welcome to our episode. Today's topic is again random Reddit. Since we are not able to find good stories with the same topic, we are just gonna do random stories. Do you guys want to do rock paper scissors?
All right. So,
All right, Jenny, you won last time, so pick who you want to go fight with first.
And I'm just gonna go for it.
Wow, man. I'm telling you, we need to go to
the competition.
competition. Yes. Your turn.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ah,
You went with the paper too.
I thought you would change.
I'm telling you, she's reading our mind. She got that superpower. I'm telling you, we should. Let's look into it
I know.
today.
All
I
right,
have to
guys.
tell you what to order.
So my story is from r/am I the asshole, and the username is u/available wrangler60, and the title is "Am I the asshole for refusing to help my sister with her children and telling her she chose her shitty life, so now she has to deal with it."
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you know what? Like, I mean, you're not an asshole for not helping, but you're an asshole for saying all that.
The shitty life.
I mean, like, you didn't have to say that. Like, you could have just said, sorry. I mean,
So, yeah, I don't agree with you or something.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'll help you, but like, you did this to yourself.
Exactly. Like, I don't know.
Or maybe even you. Yeah, I probably
I wouldn't even say that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I would never
I
say
would
that,
just
so.
say like I'm not a kid
person. Yeah.
Like,
Or whatever the issue
yeah.
is, I guess. I don't know. But
I can run your errands, but you watch your own
right,
kid.
yeah, like, I'll help you in
something
every
like-
other way.
exactly, something like that. Like,
Yeah,
don't have to say like you chose that shitty life. That's mean.
Let's see though. Hi Reddit. My whole family thinks I'm an asshole, but I disagree, or maybe think it's justified. When my sister, 26 female, and I, 24 female, were kids, we hated each other. My sister was very hard to get along with, and she never had any friends as a result of this. She's the type of person who always thinks she's right and can never apologize or admit when she's wrong. As an adult, she still has no friends. She decided to drink the trad wife Kool-Aid. Hey, trad wife. She met her husband in college, got pregnant, and dropped out. They have 4 children under the age of 8 together, and the youngest is a quadriplegic due to spinal damage and a birth defect. I just finished law school and I'm starting my career. My husband already has an established career and we're dinks. Dual income, no kids. We don't intend on having any children. My sister has historically talked down to us at family events. She says we don't even understand what we're missing out on. We'll never know what true and unconditional love is. Very condescending as always. Lately, her and her husband have been fighting. Apparently, per my mother, he has never let her access his income. He gives her cash for groceries. The bills and stuff always have to be in his name. Apparently, he's been cheating too. My sister has asked me to watch her kids on the weekend so she can save up money to be able to evaluate her options, aka leave her husband. When she came to me and asked this, I asked her, but this isn't being a traditional wife. You've told us this several times. You must have forgotten, but traditional wives aren't supposed to work. I kind of laughed at how she explained that maybe being a trad wife isn't for her after all. Eventually, I just shut her down and told her that she picked this life, the life that she has always insisted is so superior to mine. Time to learn to deal with the problems that come with it. My parents can't watch her kids because my dad is at work and my mom is too old to be working the hours she was already working. Other relatives don't live close enough to do it. She asked my parents to move in with them, and my dad shut it down. He can't really stand her kids. Am I the asshole?
Yes. I think so, yes. I mean, your sister's trying to get out of the, like, kind of an abusive relationship. And you're not helping. And you're a lawyer. And you're not helping your sister. That's messed up. I don't know if you're going to be empathetic towards your clients if they are into the situation where they're running into abusive relationship and want divorce. I get it that sister was an biatch before, but like, come on. And she agreed that, okay, maybe trad wife is not something that I
Right. Maybe
it's not me, and she
Yeah.
agreed to it. So why don't you own up and like take care? I mean, I'm like, or help her in a different way. If you don't want to take care of the kids, like, hey, I will help you. Why don't you come over and, or maybe I will pay for your babysitter and you go and make, I don't know, something, do something. I don't know.
I don't think it's about making. Well, sort of, it's about
She
making
wants to make
money,
money,
but at the same
right?
time, if she puts them in the daycare, that defeats the purpose.
I know, but like maybe sister, like as in like sister is like, I will pay, like she's basically the sister is only asking, can you watch my kid over the weekend
Yeah,
so I can do part-time job to get out of this situation, because
true.
she doesn't have any income saved because her husband took all the money, right? Like he's
Yeah.
not giving her any money, so she needs money to get out of this relationship, which I get it, but like, hey, maybe I will pay for the babysitter over the weekends.
Wait, if the sister's a lawyer, why can't she just take it to the court and just deal with it?
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
like
saying.
help
Like
her out
she's like
somehow.
I was like, wait,
Yeah.
hold on. I
she's
was
a
like, why does
lawyer,
she
but
need to
she's like
get a job and do all this
I don't
when,
know.
if the sister is a lawyer, she could have just do that.
Mm.
And then again, just because she's a housewife, there's also they could also ask for alimony as
Alimony,
well.
exactly. And I mean,
So
if she's a lawyer, she can help her sister in so many ways.
exactly, that's the way
So
I'm
that's what
thinking. I
I'm
was like,
saying. Like,
wait, that's
she's
so.
an asshole for saying that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
When I first found the story, I'm like, oh, the sister's probably gonna not be the asshole, but now I feel like she is. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
First,
she
I
should.
thought like she's just like asshole for saying rude.
Right, like
That
saying
hey,
it
this is
right, like
but
saying
like
it like
but
that.
now like the situation, and I'm like, come on, your sister's trying to get out of something.
Yeah,
That's
but I guess because her sister has been a bitch to her whole life.
I know, but like maybe this is a karma's way coming back to her, right? Like,
Yeah.
but then
But like,
Well,
I
there's
don't know.
definitely
For
more
me,
to
it's
this
like,
story.
I know
Yeah.
there's
Background,
definitely, yes,
there's a
there's
lot of
definitely,
background
but like,
stories to this.
I feel like for my sister, no matter if my sister is like bitch to me for rest of my whole life, I would still be there if she's in a bad situation.
it's probably easier said than done, right? Because like, who knows the extent of her bitchiness? I guess. Like,
guess.
oh,
I guess. But at the same time, what did these kids ever do to you, you know?
yeah, right. The kids, yeah, like she doesn't care about them at all.
And also like, but then it also makes me think like, why did the father say like he can't stand her kids? Like,
Yeah,
or is it like father is like one of those too, like who never raised his own kids?
maybe? Like, so she, OP has been commenting a lot to people's comments, and
Mhm.
she's, I don't know, she kind of sounds more like an asshole. Like someone, I don't know what someone said, but she's like, I don't like children at all. There's a reason I'm choosing not to have any. I'd rather cut off my pinky toe with a rusty butter knife. Like that's a little much.
Yikes!
Like,
I mean, kids are sorry, buddy, but
Like,
yeah,
I know, but like that's what I'm saying. Like, you can just be like, hey, I will pay like 2 days babysitter money. For
yes,
like,
right.
come
Right.
on, you don't have to
And
watch the
I was trying to
kids.
find like what exactly she's done to her, and she's pretty much like she has been unkind to me in the past and always looked down on me. Like, but that's just not enough, I feel
But,
like.
like I feel like like what this could be like. They are like kind of like close to the age, so maybe she was like a teenager, and then she was just rude to her sister.
Yeah,
But
they're
that's
2
how
years apart.
all the teenagers are. Like my sister was mean to me sometimes.
Mhm. How old's your sister, or how much older?
4 years
4
older.
years. Mm.
We actually didn't get along that well
Really?
till we moved to US.
Aw.
Yeah. Her and my brother used to bully me.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you're the middle child, right? And
I
they ganged up on you?
am.
Wow.
They used to gang up on me.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I would not do that to my siblings. Doesn't matter what. Or just be no contact. If she's so bad to
Yeah.
you, then why are you even in contact with her? But
Right.
is there any update on that?
No updates. And a lot of people are saying not the asshole.
Okay.
Which, yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like you don't want to have kids and you don't want to have a responsibility.
Right.
But you're a lawyer again.
I know.
Just
Like
not
she could have helped
understanding.
her in
She could
other
help.
ways.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
depends on
but
what type of lawyer she is.
yeah, true. Someone
but like
said,
maybe she knows someone who can help her, right? Like if
Mhm.
she's working for a firm, I'm pretty sure a firm has different lawyers with the different specialty or whatever.
right.
Yeah.
She
And
can
I think they
refer
usually also have a pro bono too.
Yeah, exactly. Family discount. There you go.
Someone said, not the asshole for not watching the kids. You don't have any obligation to help out. You are the asshole for being snide and snarky about it when you didn't have to be.
Exactly.
I can see why you find your sister unlikable, and I can see you're happily coming right down on her level in return. So that pretty much
Yeah.
sums it up.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And she that's what it is. She's like, you know what? This is my time to fire the shots.
Yeah.
So, mm,
Mm.
yeah.
It is what it is.
All right, let's move on, I guess.
Yeah.
It's me against you.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Dang it. I was like, I just should stick with my rock, but I was just like,
I was like, I feel like he's gonna do rock, but then I was like, I see some change in his eyes. I'll just do
That's funny.
that's what I was gonna go with. I was gonna go with the rock. I was like, nah, let me just change it up.
So my story is from r/am I the asshole, and username is u/dizzy_maze_7364. And the title is, Am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law to get out of my daughter's baby shower?
Depends on the situation.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Depends.
and no.
Could be.
And just so you know,
If she made a thing about herself instead of the OP, then yes.
Mm.
I mean, then no, not the asshole. Depends. But yeah.
all right, let's see. Just a trigger warning. Trigger warning. There is a talk about child loss, miscarriage.
Aw.
So if you are getting triggered, skip 2-3 minutes from here. So the story is, I, 47 female, have a daughter, 25. She is currently 26 weeks pregnant with her second child, a girl. Her first child, Philip, was still born 2 years ago at 38 weeks, a little boy. When she lost him, she asked us to take apart the nursery before she got home and get rid of the baby equipment. She saved his baby book, his ultrasound photos, and the outfit she planned to bring him home in, along with a lock of his hair in a memory box. She had a baby shower for Philip when she was pregnant, but her grief around his death was so strong that she couldn't handle having the nursery and baby things. We offered to return the baby shower gifts to the givers, most kindly refused and asked us to donate the items, except my husband's sister, Rachel, 43. She made a huge deal out of my daughters being hysterical and constantly loudly talking about how ridiculous it was to take apart this nursery. We kept her away from my daughter and only allowed her to return to family functions when she promised to stop bringing it up. We recently held a baby shower for my daughter's new baby girl. Rachel, along with the rest of my husband's female relative, was invited. She kept making quiet remarks to everyone that we are tacky for having a baby shower for a second child. But since she didn't get near my daughter, I ignored it. When my daughter began opening gifts, it hit the fan. She loudly said, If you hadn't torn Philip's nursery apart and got rid of everything, you wouldn't be here begging for presents for this baby. My daughter froze and just stared off into space. Tears started running down her face. I just said, Rachel, please leave. She refused and started arguing with me. I took her present out of the pile, walked to the door, and threw it out. I yelled, Get out now. And my husband came into the room and asked what happened. His mom told him, and he physically picked her up and put her down outside the door. Now the family is divided over whether I should have yelled at her to get out or thrown her present. Am I the asshole?
No, what
not
the
at all.
hell? I can't believe people like her actually exist.
Yeah.
Like
I know.
the daughter was grieving. That's why she did all of that.
Yeah, and to
I
move
know.
on, they took out the
Yes.
nursery apart, which
Right.
makes
Mhm.
sense
Mm-hmm.
What a psycho woman.
because you don't want the last thing you want is when you go through that and just have that constant reminder,
Right.
not moving on about it.
And I love how she was like, she's begging for gifts. It's a baby shower.
Yeah,
I mean,
Oh my
people do
God.
have baby sprinkle.
Right. But like she lost her child, so she can
Yeah.
have another baby
Another
shower.
baby
if she wants.
shower. Yes.
Like
And I
what?
mean, like, she gave actual birth to a baby
Right.
because the baby, I mean, I'd say trigger warning for miscarriage, but I'm sorry. She did give birth to a baby, but he was stillborn.
Mhm.
And I can imagine like how it will feel because you get to still hold him,
Yeah.
right? Like, that's hard. Like, miscarriages are hard too. So I don't know. I was like,
but they
at
say
this
with
point,
the
I would be like, no contact with this
Yeah.
Oh my God,
sister-in-law.
yeah, ever. She's done. I
She's out.
love that her brother carried her out.
I know,
That was the
like,
favorite.
not
It's like,
you're
what are you
not doing
doing?
this to my
It's
baby
like,
girl.
what?
Like,
I
he
love
was
that.
father was
It's
like,
like,
you're not
you're
doing
out.
this. Yes,
Get out of here.
you're not doing this in my own house
Yeah.
to my daughter.
Yeah.
Like,
You're like, get out.
F
You're out.
no.
Disrespectful.
Yeah. So she just updated saying we are having a family meeting without Rachel, so daughter.
Mhm.
No, without
Sister.
Without
Rachel.
the
Rachel,
In-law.
Rachel
the
is the sister-in-law.
yeah.
Yeah.
While my daughter and their partner, uh, why does it say when? Okay, while my daughters and their partners are away at Hot Springs this weekend, we'll update again after the meeting.
Hmm.
I guess they are having family meeting with like
About her
in-laws
with
and
everyone
like
else.
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
siblings, maybe other family members.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Was that the only update?
So
yeah,
wait, so why
but
does
like,
she think she's the asshole? Did I mention
Right.
that?
That
because
doesn't.
other family members were
Oh, right.
like,
They
"Oh,
were.
you shouldn't have yelled at her and throw the gift out."
That's the most. She said, "Please." Like
Yeah.
she should not have even
No.
said, "Please." She said, "Please leave."
No, she did not say please leave. She said,
Oh.
"Get out now."
Oh, why did I think she said, "Please leave"?
No, she did not say that.
Oh.
Oh yeah, first she said, "I just said, Rachel, please leave."
Right. Like she
Yeah.
tried
And
to
she
be calm, and
refused
then
and
because
started
of that,
arguing.
yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, so that's why she's asking because I think she probably wants to ask before family meeting,
Mm.
like, am
That's
I the
crazy.
asshole?
I
But
don't
like,
think she overreacted.
no,
No.
I
No,
don't
I
think
would have done the
so.
same thing. I would have done
Exactly.
worse.
I mean, it's at the the sister-in-law is doing it at their house. So it's
Right.
not even like she's at somebody's house that is disrespecting or anything like that.
Exactly.
She's the sister-in-law is disrespecting the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
So no, she's not
Disgusting.
the a-hole
Yeah,
at all.
I mean, she was already everybody said not the asshole, and that's what the rating
The
voting said, not the asshole. I don't see everybody saying the same thing. Like,
Yeah, I would not imagine anyone
they're
being like,
like,
"You are the
and,
asshole."
like people are like, I feel like you were overly generous by
Right.
inviting her. She's the one who's the asshole, basically.
And she was the only problem with giving a gift in the
Mhm.
first time too. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
So, I mean, I will keep an eye for the update, but we'll have the link below if anybody wants to read the comments. But there's a lot of comments on this.
Anything that the OP responded back on? Or?
Most I mean, she's just saying like, yes, we are having meeting with the family. Someone said like, not the asshole. If anything, you were overly generous by trying to ignore her cruel, thoughtless remark prior to the final horrific outburst. Your daughter's welfare was your priority and must remain so. I can't imagine how heartbreaking the loss of her baby was, and to remind it of that so callously is unbelievable. Your sister in law took a joyous occasion, one full of hope and promise, and poured acid all over it. You and your husband both should be commended for your restraint. I hope your daughter enjoys a healthy pregnancy and that your granddaughter brings you all much joy. And then she just responded that thank you for your kindness.
Aw, that was nice. Well said.
Yeah. And basically everybody's saying the same thing and she's just responding it to saying thank you for your response and appreciate your thought.
Gotcha.
Because people are also saying like they are praying
Mm-hmm.
healthy pregnancy and happy life for the baby. So, yeah, no more updates.
Okay. All right. So on to the next one.
Yep.
All right. So my story was posted on Am I the Asshole? The username is thorough RA_NATT Nat. So a throwaway account. The title is Am I the Asshole for taking an Uber home instead of sitting on a man's lap?
No. Do not sit on a man's lap. He's
Okay,
not
first
Santa
of all,
Claus.
why are you even asking this question? Who's making you think you are an asshole? Maybe that person needs to be out of your life.
I can't wait to hear the story.
I know.
I was like laughing as I read the title. I was like, what? All right. So the story goes. So my best friend, Sarah, female 22, recently got a new boyfriend, James, male 23. And she's over the moon into him. Sarah is one of the very few people I hang out with. She recently just met James' friends group and a group of guys. And they invited her to go to the beach trip with them. Sarah begged me to go with and kept insisting I join, even when I declined the offer about 4 times. Eventually, I just agreed to go get her off my back about being sad and alone. I was told that I would have a ride. Sarah and I were the last to be picked up. And when they pulled up, there are 4 guys in a 5-passenger car. I see this as my way out. I say, "Oh, looks like there isn't enough room for both of us. You can go enjoy the beach with your boyfriend. I don't mind staying behind." Sarah tells me that it isn't a big deal if she has to sit on James's lap to make it work. Immediately, I feel on the edge. Turns out James was the one driving and said he wouldn't trust anyone else to drive his car. He told me that I would be the one sitting on someone's lap because there's no way that he would let Sarah do that. I don't know this guy at all. I pull Sarah aside and tell her that I'm uncomfortable, thinking that she would help me out. Instead, she encourages me, saying that she thinks I would have fun and maybe even get a date. She's so into James and has been talking about this trip nonstop for over a week. So I decided to just do it to make her happy. 2 of these 3 guys in the back, Sarah sat on the front next to James, offer up their laps. I just picked the guy with the most legroom. We live about 45 minutes from the nearest beach, so I thought it wouldn't be too bad. Except that I was told on the drive that we are actually going to a beach an hour and a half away instead. My mood just became more and more sour. I never once relaxed. I eventually find myself quietly fuming once my emotions set in. The boys that I'm squeezed into the back with just talk around me physically, leaning over me constantly, brushing up against me. Once we got to the beach, we set up and finally find a moment to relax. I ate a sandwich I packed and read a book while Sarah and James are lovey-dovey and the guys around in the ocean. I was asked twice about why I only packed a sandwich for myself. Not joking either. Not once had I been asked to bring a single thing. When it came to the part where everyone was getting in the car, I just told James and Sarah that I had called an Uber to pick me up because I didn't want to sit on anyone's lap for another hour and a half. Sarah tried to argue, but my ride showed up, and so I left. I got a call from Sarah a few hours later. She called me a bad friend for ditching everyone. When I told her how the whole day was making me feel shitty, she told me I was being selfish and that I had been acting like a bitch all day. I did not think I deserved that, but I'm also pretty paranoid that I did something wrong. Am I the asshole?
No.
Sarah is the worst friend
Sarah
ever.
needs to be out of your life.
Yes,
by
cut
the
her
way.
out so fast. She does not
Yeah.
care about you. She just cares about her boyfriend and her happiness.
I
So
don't think
Mhm.
I would ever tell any of my friends to sit in anyone's
I would
lap.
never do that to them because you don't know what would happen to
Any
her.
stranger's lap.
Right, that's
Ew,
so
that's so-
wrong. And all that money that she spent Ubering back, like that makes me so mad.
I know.
Yeah, an hour and a half drive,
Yeah,
so
can you
that's
imagine?
probably a
Sarah
decent-
could have gone with
And
her
by herself?
boyfriend.
Like, I don't know.
And
Yeah.
they were already lovey-dovey away from
Yeah,
the
and she was
people.
just
So
there.
why did she need her friend to be there?
Mhm.
And them thinking that she should have made them a sandwich. Like, oh, so many
I know.
so many bad things.
And those guys talking around her, brushing her off.
Totally. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
fuck
just so
no.
gross. Ugh.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
So she offered an explanation as to why she thinks the a-hole. She said, "My friend told me that I was being selfish and acting like a bitch all day, and she might be right. I chose my own peace over her happiness, which may have been the asshole move on my part. I want to know if I should have handled the situation differently."
No.
No.
You should have just not gone.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
would
I would just not gone at all.
No.
I
As soon
would
as I
not
saw
go.
that,
I was
no.
like, even when first I was like, okay, I'm like in my mind the whole time when you started reading it that there's like 3 guys in the car and she has to sit in someone's lap. I'm thinking, no, she's getting Uber. She's
Yep.
getting Uber.
Yes, yes.
I did not know that she
She was
did.
gonna
And
do
Yeah.
that.
she actually did that one way. And I was like, fuck no.
Yeah, I don't want
Hour and a half sitting in someome's lap.
Ugh, so
Mhm.
uncomfy and it's hot out.
I don't even think I don't think I sat in anyone's lap since I'm like 3 or 4.
I was gonna say when you as a kid, but yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
Like when you're a kid and you're like, oh, let's
Yeah,
just squeeze in the
right.
car. So that's about it.
Exactly. I'm with my mom's
Not
lap
as like
and
an
my
adult.
dad's lap.
Right.
But like
Not as an adult. No.
like,
That too with
not even
strangers.
10 years. I'm not
Right.
exactly in
And that too with the
strangers.
strangers.
Oh my god, fuck no.
Mm-mm. What a bad friend.
No, I know. Oh my
I mean, here's the thought. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, why didn't any of the guys offer like, hey, the guys will sit on one of their guys' lap and she gets her whole seat by herself?
Right. That would have been nice for
Oh my god, yeah.
Think about her for a
Oh
second.
my god, yes.
I
Why
was like, wait a
not?
second.
They all suck. Oh my God.
I would, you know what?
So
What
it's
kind
not only the friend
I also
herself,
want to
but
know what kind of car was it?
Right. No
'Cause
one
if
had
it
an
was
SUV. Right.
I would have been like,
No, but
I'll
with
sit in the
SUV.
trunk.
Well, okay. Well, maybe they're yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Right, yeah.
if they had an SUV.
Like,
Yeah,
you know,
If
you
no
know,
one had an
theory.
SUV they could have used, like, come on.
In theory,
If they had a
yes.
sedan, like, that's crazy.
and the guy, boyfriend was like, oh, you know what? Actually, red flag on that boyfriend. I
Yeah.
do not trust anybody to drive my car. I would have, if it was like my boyfriend, I know for a fact that he would have been like, someone else drives and my girlfriend can sit in my lap.
Yeah.
Wait, the whole thing is that even the
So, like,
planning aspect of it.
He's like, I do not want her sitting on anyone
anybody's
else's
Yeah.
lap,
He's not
but
driving.
you're okay with someone else sitting on
Yeah.
Exactly.
So messed
That's messed up.
I would dump, like, he's not a good boyfriend.
That's why I laughed. Oh, I'm
And he's the one
sorry.
who's driving. So one,
Yeah.
my guess is they didn't plan this properly, or they planned it thinking that, you know,
She's not coming.
Or
Or-
that she's going to be a date, like, for one of
Exactly.
them. Like, that's fucking messed
Exactly.
up, too.
But like, then so what? Like these 3 guys are like playing rock
Right.
paper scissors. Like, oh, I
Who's
get
gonna get
her.
Yes.
I'll get her on my
Bro.
lap while going. You get her on while coming. Like I don't know.
Ugh.
Like
Girl,
no,
nasty.
she's not.
She's not a
God,
thing.
She's not a
Yeah.
prize like or something. Oh my god,
That
that's
was
disgusting.
gross.
I
Hate
mean,
men.
that friend needs to be out of your life.
I know,
Please, is there any
forever.
update? Please tell me she.
she's
Yeah.
been so this story is only 1 day old,
Oh.
but she has been active on far as posting comments on it. So one of the based on one of the top comments was not the asshole. I wouldn't do that regardless of who I know in the car or the gender in the case of car crashes.
Mm-hmm.
That said, if you weren't against the lap sitting idea in general, why didn't you suggest sitting on Sarah's lap or vice versa?
Mm.
Yeah. So sitting on the girl's lap.
Yeah, why not? Why did I think about that?
Is it because she's in the front seat and that would cause more?
No, but the guy can sit in the front seat.
And they can
Guys
swap
are
around.
guys,
Oh,
guys
no,
are
she-
much bigger.
no, she had to be
anyways.
next to her boyfriend, though.
No,
I know.
I mean,
So the OP says her response to that was, Sarah is a very petite girl. So I suggested that she sit
Yeah.
on my lap, which she was against because she wanted me to get out there.
Ew. You're like pimping your friend out.
Exactly.
That's disgusting.
think
So I
that's-
think that's my thing. The whole thing was they planned it according to that. Oh,
I
we're
think
gonna
that's
have
what
three
it
guys.
was.
What
But
else?
clearly,
Get the
the
girl.
guy was being a gentleman.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not.
So
How old are they again?
20s,
this is
early
like
20s.
Teenage behavior.
Yeah, so
like,
22 and 23.
gosh.
I don't think even we behaved that way when we were in 20s. Did we?
Yeah, no, I don't think
No.
so.
No. We
Oh
always made
God.
sure if there is not enough people,
But you
then
know
we would
how,
take
like-
2 cars.
Like
Exactly.
teenagers, like you get stupid with a boyfriend. That's why I thought they were like young, like 15, 16. Like we all do
Yeah.
those stupid things.
But they wouldn't be driving.
Oh, yeah. Well, 15, 16.
15,
Yeah.
16.
16, yeah.
You get learner's permit, not
Yeah.
the car. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the
Wait,
other.
isn't there a law though? You can't be driving too far or on a highway or something? Or am I
don't
just
know.
making shit up? Because I
I
can't
got my
remember.
permit at 18, but I know
I
you
know.
could have gotten it at like 15, 16.
No, I got it at
No,
my
but, like,
17. But I'm thinking about like
Uh,
there were certain rules like you should not be driving
For what?
on a
If you had a permit? On a
yeah, no,
permit
no,
or a
no, permit
license?
after the license. Like
I don't
No,
think
after you get a
18.
license,
I
then
think
you're
you do
fine.
whatever you want.
If
Because on
the
a permit, I know you have
Right,
to
you
be
have the
driving with
restrictions.
someone
Yeah.
with the
yeah, and once
21
you get your
and
license, it
up.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have to do certain hours
Nope.
before you get the license, right?
Nope.
Yeah,
I mean, well,
learning
oh,
like
yeah, for that, yeah.
lessons, right? So
Yeah, but
Yeah.
after you get your license, it doesn't matter. You can
Yeah.
drive wherever the heck you want.
Mhm.
I mean, heck, I remember driving within the first year. I was driving to South Carolina
Oh,
or
wow.
North Carolina.
And how
One of
old
those
were
two.
you?
17, 18.
I was like, I don't know.
Wow.
It was
You
like,
got it around the same time I got
yeah.
it. So 17,
That's
18.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it like at 17. So yeah,
Yeah.
you got it at 17 too.
It was the other update that she posted. I mean, a lot of the updates she has are more of just responding back, saying similar situations where she wishes that she wasn't a pushover.
Mhm.
Um, so one of the response was, "Yeah, I wish I hadn't been such a pushover. Even so, I didn't think it was much of a scene. I paid my own Uber, and nobody pushed back except Sarah. I just asked to table the conversation because I didn't want to keep the driver waiting." I wonder how much was the Uber actually?
Oh,
I think she
Hour and a
commented
half
on-
distance.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Like
it's gonna be
300-400?
far. And
I remember
I
seeing a
wonder,
comment on there
no,
somewhere.
300 is too much. No,
I don't know.
I mean from here to JFK is like what?
Let me chat GPT.
Yeah, so one
150 or
one of the
something?
comments that she responded to was, she set you up out of interest. How much did the 1.5 hour Uber drive cost? Her response was, it was almost $200. I'm big on savings, so I could swing it, but it still hurts my soul a little.
Yeah.
That was waste of money because
Yeah,
she didn't even
so
want it to
unfair.
go.
Waste of money for a
Mhm.
terrible day.
Yeah. Clearly those boys were not
Yeah. Terrible.
I don't know. Like be happy with your own. Stop trying to match someone up with someone else.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's gross.
Don't be a matchmaker, guys.
Yeah.
We don't want to be that Indian matchmaker lady.
And so these are college kids.
I know.
Mm-mm.
But still.
Yeah, she's actually a literature major.
Oh, wow.
She mentions in one of her comments that she's doing her bachelor's and planning on going for her master's after.
Good for her. Very nice.
She's a responsible one.
Yeah. Money, college. Like, she's good. She doesn't need Sarah.
Yeah, she doesn't need Sarah. Sarah is beat.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that's all for today. Please, if you have any takes, please comment below. We'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Make sure you like and share and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yes,
too.
please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.